Knowing you have the proper tools to fight and defend yourself is an essential survival skill. You build confidence, you improve your overall health and wellness, as well as have a great degree of level-headedness about yourself. All of these attributes are great in the fighting world. However, learning how to fight is very much useful in the real world and the scenarios of it. I'll tell you why. When you know how to fight and you've been training for years and years, you learn one of the most important qualities of life, and that's discipline. See, when learning a martial art, it requires a lot of pain and sacrifice, and above all, time. You're not gonna master a martial art overnight, not even within a year or even 2 years. It requires an overwhelming amount of time and dedication. And even then, the closest we can get to mastery of a particular skill is the power of 10,000. See, I always equate mastery with the power of 10,000 reps. Even this quote by the great Miyamoto Musashi, to know 10,000 things, know one well. So if I wanna master the side kick, it requires 10,000 reps of that side kick over and over again. The power of 10,000 is the closest we get to self-mastery. You want it to be second nature, ultra instinct. You don't want to think about it. But what does that all require? You're not going to be motivated to train 10,000 reps. You might be motivated to train 100, 200 reps, but 10,000 reps? What does that require? Discipline. And what does discipline transfer to? All aspects of life. So let's just say you want to improve your jab. So you go to your local boxing gym and your goal is to work 10,000 jabs every single week for the next 3 months. Let's say you succeed in accomplishing your goal. What is that gonna build? An incredible level of discipline. Several different occasions you didn't want to work your jab. You want to work on other punches, but you know what? You stuck true to what you told yourself. 10,000 jabs every single week for the next 3 months. You did what needed to be done, despite how you felt on certain days. Despite like, man, I don't feel like going to the gym, I'd rather work on this. You still did what you needed to do. And that's why discipline is so important, because on your long journey, you're gonna encounter things you don't feel like doing, but you're gonna do it because you know what? It has to be done. The greatest feats of achievement are achieved by the person who is willing to do the stuff that nobody else is willing to do. That's called greatness. The next fighting quality that helps you out in the real world is staying calm in the midst of battle. You guys know how it is when you spar or you fight and you get caught with a good shot. And rather than get frustrated and angry, you shake it off with a little smirk, little smile, because you know if you don't control the enemy will control you. So if you act out on those frustrated and angry emotions, you fall right into the trap. Learning to control others stems from learning how to control yourself. So in the heat of the moment, don't get mad, be calm. Translate that into the real world. Let's say you're driving on the road. Someone cuts you off, you're frustrated, you're upset. You really want to lash out at that person, but instead of doing that and acting out on those emotions, stay calm. Because again, you've been in these heated situations before, through your fighting, through your training. Now you know how to control yourself, so you don't lash out. You stay calm in the heat of the moment. Be like Kratos. Kratos is a prime example of a calm person. Late Kratos is. Not the early Kratos, but the late one, very calm and collected. It's a night and day difference with the early God of War games versus the recent ones. And learning a martial art teaches you how to stay calm, because the ultimate aim of martial arts is not having to use them, because things get really violent. The third fighting quality I want to talk about is confidence. And for me, confidence is a big one, because a lot of people struggle with confidence. If you're not a confident person, I always recommend to take up some kind of fighting art, especially if you're a smaller guy. You know, going to the gym is great. You can get bigger and stronger, and that builds confidence. But learning how to fight really boosts your confidence 10 times more, because if it comes down to it, you know you can defend yourself. And even if you are the smaller guy, you still have that level of self-esteem, confidence. You know if it comes down to it, you have a chance against anybody, because again, many people don't know how to fight, but you do, and you walk a certain way. Not that I'm advocating for violence, but there is a certain way that people walk when they know how to fight. So in the real world, you're gonna walk around with more confidence. People are gonna see it. You're gonna talk a certain way. You're gonna behave a certain way. You don't have to be the biggest guy, because confidence doesn't come from height, it comes from the heart. And that's why I love the confidence you get from learning how to fight. And the last quality I want to talk about is how to control your emotions. Get through adversity. Not everything will go your way. Again, when you're training, sparring, fighting, you realize everything won't go your way. But you know what? You know how to overcome adversity. Control your emotions. Again, I talked earlier in the video about staying calm in the midst of battle. You have to learn how to control your emotions, and learning how to fight helps you to control your emotions. Get through adversity. You learn how to problem solve. Let's say you're going against a guy that's bigger than you. He has more reach. So rather than play into his hand and stay on the outskirts and get pieced apart, what do? You solve that problem. You bring the fight to him because now you're making him fight your battle. You just solved the problem right there. You realized everything wasn't going your way, so you got through adversity. And you guys know, in the real world, everything is not gonna go your way. Hell, even me doing YouTube, everything doesn't go my way. I don't always get the views that I want, but you know what? I control my emotions. I say, okay, everything's not gonna go my way. Everything isn't gonna be peaches and cream for you. So what? Suck it up and keep moving forward. You might be swamped with homework left and right from all of your teachers, but guess what? You learn one of the most important qualities of fighting. Control your emotions, get through adversity. So rather than approach this being sad and frustrated, you say, you know what? I'm gonna take this head on. The only way out is going forward. Emotions are always gonna be there. They come and go. But you know, through your fight training, you learn how to control those emotions. That's why it's an important quality to develop. But those are my important qualities you learn through the art of fighting, and are very much applicable in the real world. Be sure to let me know in the comments if you guys have any other important qualities you would like to add. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash that like button. Also be sure you are properly subscribed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace and love as always. And now, boom, we out, baby.